Okay. So, wait a minute. Greetings, everybody. How y'all doing out there today? It's your favorite dark-skinned chick, Rashida Strober, and the man that you're looking at right here. This is the man that
Lion Rock,
Iron Man. He goes by a lot of different names, but this is the man that I have to give credit where credit is due. This is the man right here that really taught me about veganism, raw veganism, and all this kind of stuff. If it wasn't so dark out, I would show you guys his lovely vegetable garden and that kind of stuff. So I finally caught up with him after a while, and I just wanted y'all to listen to his thoughts on, how he feels about dark-skinned women and the dark-skinned situation. Now, some of the things he say I might agree with and I might not agree with, but you know what? I'm just gonna let you talk. What? Tell these people how you feel about dark-skinned women. What's your take?
I'm very proud of dark-skinned woman, because my African sisters, and a queen to be, queens to be. So all the discrimination about dark skin and brown skin and all the skin business, as long as you are African, we don't need to go about no skin, and that we know we're African, no matter about the skin complexion.
Wait a minute now. Well, see, my whole thing is this. I do know that there's varying shades of black women, of black men, black people, and this is no disrespect to any black person out there, but we have to be honest. The essence of Africa is dark skin and very, very kinky hair. I mean, look at your hair. Look, you have like, you dark skin. You have, I wish your hair would show up a little bit closer.
It's deeper than here still now.
Well, I mean, when we dealing with how people look, we have to, in Africa and the representation of it, we have to speak the truth on what is the real representation of Africanness. And if you look at Africa, it has a billion people, over a billion people. And the vast majority of those people are dark skinned. So,
yeah, dark skin, of course. Like I say, Africans come in different shades. Just like how, God bless us with the great land, the Africa, and all the animals, them over the hyenas, the tiger, and the lion, and the elephant, and all them things still, but none of them are one color. All them are different shades and different things. But
I understand that.
Still,
but all them. Go ahead.
My friends say want to talk about this dark skin thing, but choose say slavery thing, man kind of get mixed up in the shady thing in a kind of way still. But that they come from rape, rape. White man say rape with mother, the great mother, and the great grandmother, all them African sisters, and and that will come, so sometimes some of we look a little different now, a little lighter than, but that they come, the product of rape still, so me see it.
Right.
So people want to be proud of that, and some people want to hold that and discriminate against one, and I find that to be a waste of time.
Well, it's not about discriminating against anyone.
If we go back and find out the real truth about everything, a little bit of history, and then we won't have them problem there. Because I don't feel we thought why some of we shady and this and that, because we know that slavery causes a lot of problems, and we have to understand that, and we can't hold certain things against each other and start to discriminate against each other.
So what are you trying to say? Are you trying to say that I'm Rashida Strober, the dark-skinned activist, is discriminating against non-dark-skinned people? Wait a minute. What? Excuse me? Could you repeat that?
Not to be discrimination against your brother and sister.
Rashida is discriminating against non-dark-skinned people by saying that.
To a degree, I find that so.
By saying that dark skin is the true phenotypical physical representation of Africa, dark skin and kinky hair. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm trying to say nothing about that.
Okay, so
to say that some of you hold that, like some, for instance, a lighter skin sister or a lighter skin brother, we want to go and like say still a little better than the darker skin one. But I choose.
Okay. Wait, stop right there. Yeah. See, I'm not gonna let you glimpse over that. You just said a lot of black people, basically, is what you saying. They think they better. Not all of them, but a lot of them do think they better than dark-skinned people because they're not as dark. Now, where are you from? Can you tell the people where you're from?
Well, I consider myself African from Africa, you know.
Yeah, but where were you born at though?
But you know, still one born in the Caribbean, you know.
Okay, and you and I've had this discussion before, and I've had this discussion with other black people from the Caribbean, and they told me out of their own mouth that the non-dark-skinned people discriminated against the dark-skinned people, that the non-dark-skinned people pretty much run the show, they're in charge, they're the executives over in the Caribbean, and that they discriminate.
Of course,
so,
you know, like I said, hold up there a minute, let me tell you how that come to be. That come to be because plantation, the colonialism, the Queen of England and all them big colonialism people, they breed mulatto. You understand? And they leave the mulatto over the estates and over the people. And so the mulatto them and the kind of them people always hold themselves like better than the rest of us still, because you know a mulatto business, and you know how the mulatto thing go.
Right.
If we study history, you know, understand how.
And that's why there's a need for a dark-skinned activist. That's why.
Of course, we have to go around so on, you know, but we have to fight against the man who oppresses us, not with brother and with sister, because I don't know if we far where we look something we still.
Well, it's not necessarily that it's fighting against. Wait a minute, though. Let me speak. Let me speak. Let me speak. Let me speak. Dark-skinned activism is not fighting against lighter-skinned black people. What dark-skinned activism is, its mission is to equalize dark-skinned people to that of non-dark-skinned people. Now, do you think that that's something that needs to happen? Do you think that there needs to be a struggle, a fight to equalize the darker-skinned people of the world who are suffering the most oppression in the world?
We have to take it from the top, because to stop that, we have to go fight against the white people and who caused the problem there, because you know, the one who will put focus on, not our brother and sister. We need to come together regardless of the color and we think. At the end of the day, we are all Africans, because when you go to the master thing, it doesn't matter what your complexion is, you see you as a black person, okay? So all this thing about color, this and that, at the end of the day, you end up to be African, right? He's African. So no matter how you twist it and turn it, at the end of the day, you're African, so it doesn't really matter. That's why I think it's a waste of time to even, you know, deal with that kind of energy. You see the energy that something is on fight against a bigger problem, which is the man who caused the problem, the oppressors, like, you know, Babylon.
Okay, this is where me and you are going to disagree. First of all, I agree that white supremacy and racism is at the root cause of dark-skin discrimination. But at the same time, you can't deny, because again, we already had these conversations about the fact of colorism and what I call darkism. I just wrote a book. Could you please turn that down? Because I mean, the people want to hear this this discussion here we're trying to have here. Like
that's me say we can't focus on them kind of little dibby thing.
No, it's not a little bitty thing, but it's not a little.
Let me tell you one more thing about this thing here.
It's not a little bitty thing though. It's not a little bitty thing, because in the black community, you just said, you admitted this, and me and you have had this. Right. Okay, so if you're admitting that black people themselves discriminated against darker skinned people, then why don't you admit that we got to do something about it within the race? I understand that we have to fight racism overall, but what are we to do about colorism and the discrimination that goes on within the black race? Somebody said to me,
a lot of them people are still who are going with them vibes. I find say, well, then they need to go do some research and, you know, get to know a little bit more about the history, and then that will kind of solve the problem. Because until then, they just go on with like divide and conquer thing where white man preach and teach we, and you know, enough of we practice that. And you know, then again, I understand why some of we dark skinned people or African people go on them with it, because when you check it out, I mean, we don't stupid, you know. I mean, true say they deal with the finance situation, like from top come down, like from white, and the little shade color thing go back down to the black skin and the darker skin people, them barely worse of the everything.
Yeah, the darker skinned people are always on the bottom.
Yeah, I know. So hold on then. So then the lighter skinned people, that's why they go on and where they still, because sometimes we help them because, you know, like I say, how they distribute the wealth. They distribute the wealth by shade. So
that's
people,
very important what you just said. They distribute the wealth by shade.
Yeah, by shade.
That's a big problem.
Even in the workplace.
Of course.
You job, you know. The lighter skin people stand a better chance, and then the other skin and the white, like Mexican or Spanish or whatever. You go the way they like, you know, and then the white pant up, and then you come down and the shade, you know, and then, you know, the darker skin people always, you know, get the worst part of everything in this society. So me not understand the fuck. Yeah. Okay,
so my question is then, what are we to do about it? What are we to do? How do we as black people solve dark skin discrimination within the black community?
I just said before that what we have to do now is just do some research and find, you know, go backwards a little bit, and you know, then we'll understand, you know, we'll understand each other more, and then, you know, understand the divide and conquer thing and all in practice there. So then we get a better understand ourselves and know you're African, and at the end of the day we all in the same boat and we all get oppressed the same way. It doesn't matter what shade of your skin, because at the end of the day, even say at the end of the day we are in the same boat. Like I say, we are hungry and we are, you know, in a poverty and all the other fuck them. So, you know, that's why me ain't waste no time with them kind of thing, because the bigger problem we have to deal with. Because that there's DBDB and them there's most of the time is just educated people go on and where they.
I understand. You know, I take issue when people say it's bigger problems that we have to deal with. I think that darkism, what I call it, colorism, is a big problem.
Yeah, it is a big problem, but enough people who fight against each other with that.
But we don't have to fight against each other.
We have to come to understanding and you know, try to love each other still, and, you know, no kind of hold no malice against each other, because the vibes we may get from you is that you hold malice against this thing. I mean, but I understand because of your experience still. That's what we say. You have to excuse certain people's behavior because they're not educated to certain vibes why we in a certain situation. So that's what I say. Me excuse them, and, you know, me pray that they go do some research and find themselves, and, you know, as Africans, because that's everything, and that's why we don't want to be Africans, because we don't know Africa this and Africa that, are kind of bad fuck about Africa. So me understand that we don't want to be black and don't want to this and all the other kind of shit. But, you know, at the end of the day, we still get treated the same way, so it's just a waste of time. That what I say again is a waste of time and bullshit. So me don't even like him talk about them fuck, because me feel say we should be talking about let's love each other and get together, you know, the vibes there, instead of we talking about, you know, because at the end of the day, like I say again, we Africans.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, I respect your view. Obviously, we have a bit of a divergent view on this whole thing. I don't think it's something that's small, and I don't think it's something that should be swept underneath the carpet. And I know that you have personally yourself experienced dark skin discrimination. By the way, guys, I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but let me get a good close-up look at this man. This is the man right here that taught me about raw veganism.
Yeah, you have to eat live food. If you eat live food now, say you feel alive, because I want to eat them dead animals. Dead carcass, so you don't really gonna pay too much use, you know, and it make you feel kind of downstairs. So if you eat live foods, vegetables, and them things they were live, full of life.
Yeah.
It's right there, you know, and they keep you looking, you know, alive.
Y'all hear that? So go out and get y'all some live food. You know, we're going to kind of switch gears here a little bit, because I want you to tell the people, I'm always pushing raw veganism, because I know that it's good for you. I know that it's good for your body, your mind, and your soul. So you just gave the people a little bit of tips on what they can do, but can you just expound just a little bit more on, you know, eating raw and being a vegetarian? And how long have you been a vegetarian, by the way?
Well, you know, I mean, see, man try to just, like I say, man try to long time of vibes still, man, and then vibes, because, you know, realize that, say, man have to eat live food, you know.
What's the importance of eating live food? Because a lot of people don't understand.
It just make you feel alive, because, like I say, it's live, you know, it keep you, you know, active, you know, instead of eating an old meat business, you know. Them feel like, them kind of living there like for like scavengers, you know, because them the system more equipped with to break down dead flesh and so, you know, but we don't build them with there, you know, because we don't really, you know. That's why sometimes some people with some big old hard, stiff stomach, because, you know, they don't went to the bathroom in a while because it take a long time to digest them meat they still.
Right.
So, you know, if you eat fruits and vegetables, it's like a one thing, you just like cut you where we need, and you just, you know, so everything just keep flowing.
Right.
You know, static in the stomach, you know, and cause no pain and no, cause, you know, it's too much stress on the organs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, that's how I see it still, you know what I mean? But to each his own.
Right. Well, Lonnie, I would like to thank you for taking this time to have this little chit chat with me about dark skin and the live food. And maybe one day we'll come back and talk to you again soon. And is there anything else you would like to say to the people before we leave?
I like the people who just, you know, be aware of what's going on, because enough things are going on in the world still, you know. Besides all them, you know, little, you know, all the vibes still, enough things are going on. So we want people who just open the eyes and see, you know, the light. Because the light is shining, but you just have to just see it. And you know, you know, get the ability to see it still, so.